All right, welcome back to another episode. So it's been a few weeks since I did a video, and yeah, I've just had a few weeks off just to recharge the batteries, to enjoy the summer. I think last time I did a video was at the end of June, the first 2 days of July, and then I've taken, I took the last 6 weeks off. So if you're new to the channel, please go ahead, subscribe. In today's episode, we're going to look at Bitcoin, some of the patterns I want to bring out, price targets that I spoke about previously, and where Bitcoin is heading to next, and also Ethereum. Now, I'm happy that I've just taken some time off because basically Bitcoin has led the way. Ethereum has started to almost, I think we're about 2-3% from its all-time high. And for today's episode, we're going to really focus on this, the path to alt season. So alt season has just started, in my opinion. Again, everything I say on this channel is not financial advice. If you need a financial advisor, go and seek one, and just take with what I say with a pinch of salt. So I've been in the space since 2017. This is my third cycle, and these cycles, guys, I mean, I've been saying it since I started YouTube. Even before that, before I started YouTube, the cycles rhyme. They don't 100% repeat exactly the same way, but they do rhyme, and it's a 4-year thing. And right now, what we're seeing again is the money flow going from Bitcoin into Ethereum, and then phase 3 and phase 4 of alt season is about to start. So we've got a lot of things to look forward to over the next few months. Very, very unlikely that we go over into 2026. In my opinion, I think that'll be the start of the bear market. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, we're going to talk about the altcoin season. This on the Coin Telegraph, also Google searches for altcoin and Ethereum have been surging. So this another indicator, guys, that a lot of mainstream media, not just the mainstream media, but retail investors, small players like you and I, the masses have started to come into crypto, and this is just the beginning, because thousands, hundreds of thousands of more people will jump in, and most 90-odd%, 95% will jump into it last minute, and it'll be too late because some of these coins have already done, well, by then will have done 10, 20, 30x, and that's when it's a little bit too late. So we'll jump into the altcoins in just a second. We'll talk about Ethereum, but first of all, I just wanted to go into the Bitcoin chart. So last time I did a video, yeah, it was around this period where I did speak about this inverse head and shoulders pattern, and we're on course for it. So the price target for this is 142,000. And if you've been following me over the past 18 months or even 1 year, you know that my price target for me to start scaling out, especially when altcoin season really kicks in, was between 120 to 150,000 US dollars. I think we will top out around 150. The reason why I put this here is because now jumping into Bitcoin is probably, well, I'm here for long term, so I think Bitcoin will go to $1 million, so I don't care what price it's at. But if you're jumping in short term, now it starts to get riskier, because we're coming to the end of the bull market over the next few months. So for me, like I've said, 120 to 150,000 is where I start looking at, potentially jumping into the top 100 altcoins with some of my profits, and the micro cap coins as well. So again, we'll look at that in just a second. But right now, what I'm trying to say is we're entering that zone, that danger zone, where more and more people start coming in, but it might be a bit too late. I mean, if we go back all the way when this thing started, you should have been buying. I know it's easier said than done. When Bitcoin was down at these levels back in 2022, 2023, when Bitcoin bottomed out at 15 to 70K, I was talking about this. It's before I started YouTube. I started my YouTube channel. So I've been in crypto since around this cycle here. So 2017, 2018, I was buying the top. I had no idea what I was jumping into. I got wrecked, and then I really made some nice gains during the market dump when COVID happened, and I bought in a lot around this period, and I didn't realize that Bitcoin was going to moonshoot to 64k back then. That seems a very long time ago. But yes, hopefully some of you guys and girls have been jumping in, or had jumped in back in 2022, 2023, even 2024, and there was a lot of skepticism. 90 odd percent of people saying, "What are you doing? It's, you know, it's dead, etc." And if you bought back then, even the altcoins, I mean, you're already up so many X's. So congratulations to you. But it's not late. I mean, Bitcoin eventually will go to $1 million. Just my opinion, of course. And in the bear market, we probably will see Bitcoin go back down, I think, to these levels of 50 to 70,000 for the next cycle. But again, that's just my opinion. So right now, Bitcoin is heading to, if this plays out, this inverse head and shoulders, then 142,000 is the target. I still think we will probably top out around 150k. If we have a blow off top, then yeah, we could. I've seen some figures like 300,000. You don't want to be too much of a moon boy. I've seen this over the last 2 cycles. People predict way too high and they just don't sell, and they just hold on to their bags. Their altcoins go down 98, 99%, and they don't take their initial investment. They don't take any profits off. So right now, what I'm saying is, between this level for myself, as soon as the altcoins start going, and this is where Ethereum comes into it, I will start laddering out some of my positions to take my initial profit first, and then start taking profits off the table, step by step. I don't remove everything. I leave about 15-20% just in case we do have an extended cycle into next year. But yeah, I try to sell about 80%. Well, anyway, so Bitcoin in the short term. So that's, if we're looking at the weekly right now, for the week, so that we don't get rejected, Bitcoin needs to stay above 120,000. So we've got this candle wick here. And right now, yeah, Bitcoin needs to stay above this zone. If we come back down to this level, get rejected at 120, then we have this possibility of going a little bit lower. The reason why I say this is because we've got a CME gap which hasn't been filled yet. We've got the CME gap back here. We thought that we might fill it back on Monday and Tuesday. We didn't. We filled about half of it, but it hasn't technically been filled up. So if you know CME gaps, 9 times out of 10, they get filled up sooner rather than later. So what I would like to see is this CME gap get filled up as quickly as possible, and then we start heading higher. If we head higher over the next few weeks, like, we could potentially have a blow off top, and then this CME gap could be filled up during the next bear market. But I think we'll fill this up maybe at the end of this week, going into next week, and what we could see is then people taking their profits. And this is when the altcoin season really happens. They start going into, they take their profits, they put it in the top 10, top 20. Basically, the money flow rolls over into the next crypto coins lower down. They're going to make more X's, and so on and so on. So that's with Bitcoin. So just bear in mind, if you are trading, investing is obviously different, but if you're trading, then be careful of this CME gap. We could come back down to 117,000 and then get a bounce off it. But in the long run, well, in the long run over the next few weeks, I do feel going into September, October, we will head up to 150,000. So that price target would be, from where we are now, another 17-18% increase in Bitcoin. So I think that's pretty conservative, 150,000 target for Bitcoin for the rest of this year. Personally, I don't think we'll go higher than that. If we do, fantastic, but I think we'll top out around either 142 to 150,000. But right now is where I start considering scaling out, especially when I see the altcoins pump. So just moving on to altcoin. So I did say altcoin, Ethereum, Google searches hit multi-year highs on ETF momentum. So Google searches for altcoin have reached their highest since 2021, guys. So that was the last cycle. So again, it's pointing towards altcoin season. It's just started. If you're new, you're not late to jump into some altcoins. Not financial advice, of course. But most people are going to miss this, just like last time, 2021, the time before, in 2017 and 2013. This Google trend, it's similar surges before. In early 2018, altcoins spiked months after Bitcoin's late 2017 peak. Retail attention turned toward a wave of new cryptocurrencies launched through initial coin offerings. So that was back in 2017. Of course, 2021, with Ethereum, the Google Trends data, I mean, it doesn't lie. The last two cycles, it just keeps repeating over and over again, guys. And right now it's happening again. Google searches, I mean, it's all here. So it's pointing towards most people jumping into altcoins. And this is what's going to happen next. Phase one, Bitcoin continues to surge, or it stabilizes. The money flow goes into Ethereum. So over onto Ethereum, if we bring up the chart, let me just refresh the page. So Ethereum right now, just bear with me. Let me just get this up. If I started it again, there we go. So we're currently at 4,000, that's euros. I want it in dollars. Let me just jump over into US dollars. So 4,700. We're about 4%, I believe, away. Let me just get this. There we go. Yeah, so we're 4% away from our all-time high of 4,000, almost 900 US dollars. So when, I mean, Ethereum, I should say, has been on the surge, and as soon as we jump past $5,000, Ethereum, I think we can go easily to almost 10,000 this cycle. Some are saying 15, 20. I think we'll reach about 10, 11,000 per Ethereum. So Ethereum has to lead the way, and usually that's what happens for a real altcoin season. Ethereum leads the way, and then the rest of the altcoins surge. So like I was saying, Google searches for altcoins, Ethereum. After that, the money flow goes into the large cap. So this is anything I would say in the top 50, maybe top 100, definitely the top 20. And Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin, and large caps are going parabolic. So the money just keeps trickling down, like we see with a chocolate fountain, just keeps going down to the next layer, to the next layer. And because these lower cap coins, or these large cap coins, and even the low cap coins, they don't have especially the low cap, micro cap coins, mid cap to low caps, they don't have a lot of money in it. So it only takes a little bit of money to do a 2, 3 to 5x. And usually some of these coins, I've seen it, the last cycles, they do 50, 100x. So it's difficult to, I mean, everything goes up. Usually 90% of these coins, when everybody starts FOMOing in, you will see loads of these coins, just some of these crypto coins, scams we could call them, they'll be going up. Most of them go up anyway. So what I'm looking at is altcoins that haven't had a cycle yet. So I've got my positions, I've had my positions over the last year, 2 years, and now I'm ready for those coins, especially the new coins that haven't had a cycle, especially in AI and gaming, to do well this cycle. So this is the path to the altcoin season. Okay, Bitcoin has been leading the way for some time now. Now it's Ethereum's turn. We can clearly see this here. As soon as Ethereum breaks past 5,000 US dollars and starts heading towards 7,000, 8,000, then Solana will be next, the top 10, top 20. Those large caps will be gaining momentum. We'll start seeing probably a 5 to 10x with the top 10, top 20 coins. I think Solana will go to almost $1,000. That'll be a nice 5x from where it is right now. Bearing in mind, Solana, I think we bottomed out, was it around $20? Let's just check. What was the low for Solana? If we just check this out. So back in 2023, yeah, wow. I was right, it was $11, $12. So right now we've already done a 20x. So really we should have been buying here, which I started buying when we went back to $100. So I've only done a 2x, but if you started buying at $11, $12, then really good job. Congratulations to you. So there we go. So he's already done a 20x from 2023. 2022, 2023. But I still think they would probably from here do another 5x from this point of $200. So that's Ethereum. And then the rest, the large caps, and regardless of market cap, like it says here about the phase overlap, some altcoins with strong fundamentals are having pumps, and then the money flow goes into phase 4. So these large caps have gone full vertical. We start seeing blow off tops, mid caps, low caps, micro caps. They tend to pump at the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin, Ethereum. has set a new record, and it seems every coin is going parabolic regardless, like I just said, of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere, everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. So when the institutions, the media, when your grandmother or auntie starts talking about altcoins, that should send alarm bells ringing, and you should be taking some profits off the table. So guys, what I'm trying to say is, for this episode, the altcoin season, it's just scratched the surface. We haven't really got going into it yet. So if you're thinking about jumping in, Bitcoin for me, it's over for this cycle. If you're looking into quick gains, you should have jumped into Bitcoin a few years ago. Of course, it depends on your time frame. If you're in here long term, then buying Bitcoin, whether it's up or down, I don't care. What I do is, as soon as I make some money in any altcoin, even Ethereum, I'll move into Bitcoin. I don't care if Bitcoin goes down 50%. It's here to last. It's here to go to $1 million plus US dollars. So that's with Bitcoin. Then of course with Ethereum, you're probably going to make not even a 2x, maybe 2x. That's it. But now the attention is onto those large cap coins, Solana, AVAX. AI, we think of what's in the top AI at the moment. I think it's BitTensor, Render. Then you've got the gaming with IMX, and many different altcoins in the Solana ecosystem, in the Avalanche ecosystem. All these things, guys, are going to absolutely surge multiple X's over the next 6 to 8 weeks, and most people are going to miss out. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm happy to come back on YouTube. What I'm going to try and do is now that I've had a break, be more regular through this parabolic phase now of altcoin season, and try to talk you all the way through it. If you have any questions, leave any comments in the section below. It's going to be absolutely mania, and you're going to go through every single emotion as you go through this altcoin season mania. And again, 95% are going to miss out. So I'm going to try and talk you all the way through it, and then go into the next bear market. Will be essential to what we do now, will be essential for the next bear market to increase your crypto wealth and portfolio. So let me know in the comments section below. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye bye.